Today I'm going to show you my simple little routine of how I feed my animals. Let's go! Welcome to Becky's Homestead. Alrighty, so I start right here on the porch by feeding my animals. I'm like, help! Very simple. I put both bags in the same can and I have a scoop already in the can. And I can't forget my Bubby. She's over there waiting. So I throw a little cat food to her. Otherwise, she gets up here and she steals Murphy's. And I don't know why, but the cat yields to the guinea. It's such a good cat. Next is Lincoln, which I now use this roasting pan because I can't stand cooking a chicken in that. It's lousy. The cast iron's much better. So I'm like, I'm going to use it for a big dog pan from Lincoln. Hi, Lincoln. We don't want to waste it. Now, Lincoln is just not the kind of dog that just digs right in. Lincoln lays down to eat. I think that's so interesting. I had another dog that did that. It was a big dog as well. Alrighty, so that's it on the porch. Now I come out here to the barn and do the barn for the livestock. And they're all waiting for me over here. Thunder! You're wearing your food again, you silly boy. You're so silly. So I have my bags of feed in my little barn here, which I love. It's so convenient. I don't have to worry about it and nothing gets into it. So I do 1 can of crimped oats. And since it's in the middle of the summer and they're getting good hay, I only gave them a half a can of the alfalfa pellets. So I come over here. And I have my little water thing for the animals. I make it easy on myself so I don't have to go get the hose. And I just like scoop some water in there. I mix that up. And then I just let this sit over here. And I'm going to show you what else I add to it. Every day, especially in the summer, is I have my apple cider vinegar. So I give it a little shake. And this is all, I try to be all natural with the animals. And then I just put this, a big spoon, a giant horse spoonful in here and I mix it up a little. And I just leave that. Now by the time I feed the other animals over here and then I come back, this will be, you know, like softer and more expanded. Okay, so for the chickens, I literally got a tiny bit of each bag. There's like 5 bags. A big wide variety for the chickens. So there's a little bit of alfalfa pellets, a little bit of oats, a little bit of laying crumbles, a tiny bit of whole corn, and then some of the baby chick starter on the top. Neil and the chickens share this 1 can, which makes it super easy. I just get 1 can and now I just walk over here and let me show you. And I place my cages so it's not far away. They're all just boom, boom, boom in a line. So I can just whip around and feed. And I'm even going slow so you can all see what I'm doing. But if I'm in a hurry and I have to do something, I can come out here and feed in 2 seconds. It's really convenient. All right, so let me come over here in Chicken Town. Alrighty, so here's the coop. And I always just take a good look around when I come in here and just make sure like I don't see any holes, any animals have been digging. And then I'll just, you know, I'll give a quick look in the boxes, make sure everything looks good. This still has food in it. So this, I try to keep food in here 24/7, which this is just the laying crumbles, which are pellets. And then for the little baby chicken food, sometimes I put a little bit right here. Oh, they're so cute. They're up on the roost again practicing. They are just adorable. And they're so cute. They'll come down and eat it. Oh, look, he sees it already. And look how I built it. So he has a little walk across there. Okay, when I step back, he'll probably feed it. It's leery of you there, but it's so cute. It's like, thanks for the little pile. They're all so cute. I love that silver Americana with the green legs. You notice they all have green legs? They're going to lay green eggs because they have green legs. Okay, so now what I do is I put some here just on the ground. And of course, they're going to pick and scratch and, you know, they get it. The reason you want to do that is because that way you can make sure the babies get some. I've already seen the babies eating out of this feeder, so they're definitely getting enough food. Alrighty, so now I come down at this end and I do have this wire over the water and the food. And that's so a hawk or something won't come while they're, you know, busy eating or drinking. And I put some down here. Now, when you have little bitties and you add them to the coop, you have to be very, very, very careful. The reason I get away with it is because I have a huge coop and I make sure I have food and water on both ends of the big coop. Because that's how the big ones kill the little ones. They starve them out and don't let them eat. And then when the little ones get really weak, they'll pick on them, and that's what kills them very easily. So if you have to make sure you have food, first of all, number one, it has to be a big enough coop. Don't overcrowd it, and have food and water on both ends. And Neil says, excuse me, save some of that food for over here. Look at him. He's salivating. All right, Neil. Where's your little bowl, Neil? Little potbelly pigs stay fat really, really easy. I don't have to feed him much. So just a handful in there. Okay, so then what I do is I take a handful of grain and I throw it because it's healthy for Neil to go searching for the grain and the food. So he doesn't just stand at the bowl feeding his face. It's more natural for him to go snooping around a bit. And look at, Dandy got in here today. So he's like, oh, thank you, I'll eat it. Alrighty, so now I come back over here to the barn, which that was super easy. And you could see how you could just speed through that little feeding routine I just did if you were in a hurry. Or, you know, if it's raining or it's hot out here, you could just whip through that because I have it all, you know, set out and organized. That's the key to animals because they are a lot of work. Okay, so now that I'm back over here, this has absorbed a lot of the water I put in there, you can see, which is really good for the horses because horses don't have a ton of saliva to chew up all this dry grain. So I always wet it. So that's what I do. Okay, so what next thing I do is I scoop 1 can's worth back in this can here. All right, so then I just take them both at the same time and I come over here. I always look in the bucket just to make sure there's no stick or leaf, and like right now, there's some kind of gross water in there. I'll give it a little shake to swirl it and then I'll dump it. Thunder's like, I don't care, I'll eat it. And that's the thing, they're so not picky, they will eat it. Charlie, you're changing today. What are you doing? Come over here, Charlie. Charlie, let me just put this over here. Somebody will come back this way. Okay, so Charlie gets the rest. And actually, Charlie gets less than Thunder does, even though he's way bigger. And it's because he's a mule, and mules are more efficient. My horses always have a big hay roll 24/7. And as you can see, Mario's the hay guardian. He's so cute. Look at him out there. He's like, it's mine. I'm king of the hay pile. Ta-da! Done! It was that easy. Make it as convenient as you can. That's the bottom line. The least amount of walking, and then just have your buckets and the things you measure the grain with, and boom, boom, boom. It's really easy to feed your animals if you get a nice routine down. So I hope this helped give you some ideas. Please click the like button. It really does help me so much. And also a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters. You really help this to be possible for me to shoot videos. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. Thanks for watching. Happy homesteading. Bye-bye.